I've got a love-hate relationship with sports movies. There's a small collection of films that supersede my difficulty keeping up with any and all sports as an adult.
What's known in football terms as a slam dunk.
You've got Field of Dreams,
If you build it, he will come.
Jerry Maguire,
You complete me.
and Happy Gilmore.
My puck, baby! Don't you ever touch my puck!
I was never a golf guy, and normally that would keep me from golf-based movies. But like the ones I mentioned, the sport is merely a plot device, as opposed to the focus. After all, Happy is a reluctant golfer anyways.
Come on, boy, cut that out. You're making me sick.
He's a hockey player at heart.
What a shot.
In true Adam Sandler fashion, watching an unhinged underdog dominate his enemies never gets old.
Any more of this?
Suck it, oh! There you fucking lie, mother.
And he's gone.
This is why Happy Gilmore is perfect. He's never picked for the hockey team,
Is that Gilmore again?
gets dumped by his girlfriend.
You're going nowhere, Happy, and you're taking me with you.
Let's face it, Happy's having a rough time. He winds up taking bets for long-distance drives at a local driving range, and gets discovered by Chubbs Peterson. After finding out his grandmother's house is being foreclosed on, a freshly motivated Happy takes up Chubbs' offer for mentorship and enrolls in the PGA Tour. The audience is quickly aware of how Happy's traits don't quite fit in with the pro golfer mentality. His unbridled rage,
Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
casual dress,
I hear that asteroids machine calling my name from the game room.
and affinity for violence kind of stand out. It doesn't take long for his nemesis, Shooter McGavin, to make himself known with the 9th at 9 trick. Sprinkle in a love story with Virginia Venet and a couple key Subway references for budgetary reasons.
This fresh, delicious, tasty, meaty, turkey-filled, cold-cut combo. Hey, where you going? I got a Subway.
Subtle. This is an Adam Sandler movie. I'd argue that this one really cemented the formula that would continue to make him celebrated amongst fans. Everyone loves an underdog, and Sandler was born to play them.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Happy is a testament to his ability to wheel in the absurdity of Billy Madison and ground it in an everyman character.
Look out!
I mean, it's way easier to root for a wannabe hockey player down on his luck than a millionaire's misguided kid vying for the family fortune. The supporting cast is aces all around. Christopher McDonald is the perfect villain as Shooter.
He's gonna be on the tour. That's super.
He's the poster child for an arrogant, smug piece of shit. The rivalry between Shooter and Happy is the lifeblood of the film, and it never disappoints. Carl Weathers as Chubbs will go down as one of the best mentorships in all of cinema.
It's all in the head. Yeah.
It's scenes like this that remind you how graceful comedy can be. He's just easing the tension.
Well, ease it on someone else.
Virginia Venet, not Bennett, I was today years old when I learned this, is none other than Julie Bowen, which just makes me think of Arrested Development.
I want to hear you say the words, I'm not seeing Julie Bowen.
I have not seen Julie Bowen.
Well, that's a funny way to phrase it.
Ben Stiller plays the unsuspecting psycho administrator at a retirement community
You could trouble me for a warm glass of shut the hell up.
and gets to deliver one of my favorite lines of all time.
Now your back's gonna hurt because you just pulled landscaping duty.
Never in my life does this not come into play on a daily basis. And of course, you've always got Bob Barker, letting 35 years of pent-up game show hosting anger unleash on poor, underperforming Happy.
Now you've had enough.
Happy Madison movies can have a pretty wide pendulum swing in terms of their humor, but I really do believe that this one is a sweet spot. It's a balance of physical comedy,
That wasn't very nice.
absurd scenarios,
You're gonna die, clown!
and brilliant lines that anyone can quote for so many reasons.
I know what you're doing right now, and I don't like it.
I think there's also a staying power in how Shooter and Happy are not competing for the love of Virginia Venet. Every viewer gets to collectively root for Happy and Virginia because they're already together halfway through the movie.
What? Friends listen to Endless Love in the Dark?
You really get to ride the redemption train through Happy accomplishing every goal he sets out for and watching Shooter get literally chased out of the sport. Heart and humor are a winning combo. And Happy Gilmore's grounded in his love for his family and going to any lengths to garner their success. When I think of exciting sports backdrops, golf is not one of them.
The only thing worse than no TV is golf. on TV.
You can totally see in their writing of it, the premise itself is funny.
Whoa, must be Burt Reynolds or something.
Hockey allows for violence. Golf has similarities in the actions, but is one of the most reserved sports. And there's certainly none of this. It comes across as a pretty uptight sport, and to drop a gruff Gilmore in there with his hobo caddy and hatred for Kevin Nealon
Great, thanks a lot. Nice to meet you, man. Psycho.
definitely shakes things up. There are so many iconic moments in this movie, it's on another level. In any sort of competitive game, you can definitely find a time to say,
Somebody's closer.
if you're in a situation where something doesn't go as planned,
Damn it, I hate that Bob Barker.
if you ever have someone hit you with a good old TMI moment,
You're pretty sick, Chubbs.
when a sure thing goes wrong,
Talk about your all-time backfires.
whenever you're questioning anything structural integrity,
Don't worry about that. Made of wood. It's real sturdy.
that moment when you've bested someone,
The price is wrong, bitch.
when you get invited to something you would never go to,
Yeah, all right, I'll see you guys there.
and my personal favorite, whenever you miss or make a mistake.
Is that goal regulation size or what? Gee!
There's literally an entire vernacular of quotes that was born from this movie, and the second you pull one of them out, you'll find who the fans are. The truly unsung hero is the head-shaking guy, who is actually the legendary Lee Trevino, a golf god. Whenever I'm disappointed, I emulate this man's head shake as much as possible. My favorite is when he's at the base of the window, out of nowhere. Like, my man just shows up to shake his head. Legend. Robert Smigel is always fun. Regardless of the role, he and Sandler have instant chemistry, and that's part of why this scene is so great.
You hate me, don't you?
No, I don't hate you.
I don't know what it is about how Virginia tries to warn Happy,
Happy, look out!
but I chuckle every time. The Mr. Lady
Get me out of here!
is such an insane thing to throw in there, but so funny.
Mister! Get this off of me! Mister!
She is the second time something falls out of a window and suddenly you're greeted by a familiar face. Lightning in a bottle is a real thing. Like a song that just strikes a chord with everyone, this movie is that. One of those films that rewards rewatches with new lines to latch onto
You hit that guy! He shouldn't have been standing there.
and camaraderie and a deep hatred for that damn Shooter McGavin.
I didn't get a chance to see him play. I was too busy winning.
You also kinda hate Dennis Dugan too.
Well, whoop-de-doo. Get out.
This is what I love in entertainment. Films are an escape. They take you to a world where Happy Gilmore can exist and disrupt all the status quo. You can get a gorgeous girlfriend, beat a lifelong golf pro, learn the finesse of a brand new sport in record time,
It's about time.
Hey, it is about time. I mean, I just couldn't get the ball in the hole. I wanted to, but I just couldn't do it.
and shoot a nail in his boss's head. And it all just fits.
You're very good looking. I'm not attractive.
All right, as long as you're willing to admit that.
It's also worth mentioning how amazing the soundtrack is. Not only in this movie, but in all the Happy Madison films. Forever, Tuesdays Gone by Lynyrd Skynyrd will be associated with good old Happy Gilmore. Rightfully so, the movie was successful out the gate. It catapulted Sandler into a comedy film superstar and allowed for a sea of future Underdog films to come out under the Happy Madison production company. It even let him dabble in his singing chops.
The night closes in. The night closes in.
There's something about the sound of Happy hitting that golf ball that sticks with you. It sounds like a jet engine going off. The back and forths between Happy and Chubbs are endlessly quotable.
Damn alligator bit my hand off.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Ben Stiller makes being sociopathic sound so peppy.
I got good news. We're extending arts and crafts time by 4 hours today.
The more you see the movie, the more Kevin Nealon's speeches start to make sense to you.
It's like a carousel. You pay the quarter, you get on the horse. It goes up and down and around, circular.
Caddyshack definitely paved the way, but Happy Gilmore took the ball and ran with it.
Gold jacket, green jacket, who gives a shit?
And that's why Happy Gilmore is perfect. What's Adam Sandler's best movie? Which line is the most iconic? Will the sequel do right by the first? Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.